What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've waited a long time to go ahead and put this video together. There has been absolutely no news or information dropping for Arc Raiders, and as you guys know, I've been mentioning this game on my channel for a while, but I haven't made any designated content for it besides one video because, again, as I stated, nothing's going on. It's actually kind of insane that this game dropped. It got all the hype in the world and then went absolutely radio silent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we finally got some more information about Arc Raiders, what's going to be happening in the future of this overall game, and they also showcased some audio, which I cannot wait to go ahead and share with you guys because, seriously, this game is going to be next level. I think this will truly be one of the first extraction shooters that truly takes this overall genre to the next level. But ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into a little bit of a post that Embark put out here for the overall community to see. As you can see right here, Arc Raiders, following the successful tech test in May, which revealed strong engagement and high player satisfaction, the Arc Raiders team is adding content and polishing the game ahead of the October 30th release. A full marketing campaign is scheduled to begin in September to support the launch and sustain engagement. Arc Raiders continues to gain strong traction with players worldwide and is currently ranked number 6 on Steam's top wish list. Guys, this is great news right here, ladies and gentlemen. I was, again, a bit worried that we would see no marketing for Arc Raiders whatsoever. And I genuinely thought it was going to be like a Apex Legends situation, minus players being able to play it a bit early, where they just kind of go ahead and go radio silent until they officially drop the game. We didn't see much about it. I mean, they have come out and talked about a few things, like how, in your personal space, you can upgrade it, and over time, you'll be able to go to different spaces where you live and, kind of store your stuff, so on and so forth. They also showcased, different things that you can go ahead and craft. They had a few things here and there, but in all reality, it's nothing compared to what other games have been pushing out there, The game has pretty much been on the low for, all the time that we have heard about it. And it's good to hear that we are indeed going to be getting some official marketing moving into September because obviously, as you guys know, it will be indeed releasing in October. So we only got a month or so until this game is coming out here. We need to say something and get people hype. But I will say this. It's extraordinarily impressive, what Embark went ahead and put together here for the overall community. Because the fact that without any marketing, without any type of whatever, even when they went on that show, and I forget the name of the exact game show, but a lot of people were expecting like a beta date and so on and so forth. But instead, the overall community got the footage that you guys are watching here in the background of this overall, video. And I do apologize because I didn't get to play the tech test. So I don't have any official gameplay of my own. So I'm using, the trailers that they went ahead and released to us. But this is all we got. And people were like, really? We've got no marketing, no nothing. We only got one tech test. And this is what they are revealing. People were kind of shocked. And I won't lie, although the hype didn't die for everyone, I will say it calmed down a bit because before that, game show went live, everybody was so pumped for another beta, another play test. They wanted to get back into the game. Everybody was talking about Arc Raiders. It was, word of mouth was spreading like wildfire. And it kind of died down a little bit after this trailer released. But even with all of that knowledge, even knowing that, the hype kind of died a bit and they've been radio silent, they're still in the top 10 for pre-orders on the Steam marketplace. Do you understand how absolutely insane that is? That means from the playtest all the way up to current date with zero marketing. Again, a lot of the stuff they reveal to us is more so for the hardcore audience. People are on social media, people looking around on Twitter all the time, Reddit all the time. That's who really saw the marketing. They didn't really have any public ads to showcase to the overall, casual audience besides for what they showed at the game show. And they still maintain, after all this time, a top 10 spot. I can only imagine where they're going to be sitting at once they start marketing this game throughout September, moving into the official launch. And as I stated, this game is going to revolutionize extraction shooters. It truly will. This will push extraction shooters in the right direction. And I always compare it to like BR. For those who don't know, again, BR started out on PC. And it really did pop off when it finally transferred over to console, but it took a little while for that to happen. And same thing with extraction shooters. We haven't really had a good one. Yeah, we have Hunt Showdown, but I wouldn't really consider that a true extraction shooter. Yeah, you can go ahead and play DMZ on Call of Duty, but that's still pretty, it's nothing compared to, a real extraction shooter that you play on PC. And you also have Hazard Zone, probably the crappiest extraction shooter I've ever played in my whole life. I'm not even lying to you guys. Console players have never been able to dabble in an extraction shooter legitimately, ever. This will be, I'm being serious, basically their first one. And I promise you, this will probably be the best one that you will probably play. And I'm saying this as a PC player who has access to all of them. Arena Breakout, Escape from Tarkov. I used to play the Cycle Frontier before they shut that. I played a ton of extraction shooters, and this one is the best one you console players could have possibly ever, had the chance to play. Was the Cycle Frontier on console? I don't remember if it was. Someone can jog my memory down in the comments section. But regardless, this is the best one that could ever come to the console platform. I am extremely happy and excited for you guys. But ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and stop rambling because there's one last clip that Embark posted out, as I stated in the beginning of this video, showcasing the audio within Arc Raiders on pretty much all the maps. It's a 3-minute clip. I'm not going to showcase the whole thing. I'm just going to showcase maybe a minute, possibly a minute and a half, and I'll leave the link to this clip down in the description of this video if you guys want to see the whole thing for yourselves. But seriously, just take a second and just listen to what this game even sounds like. I'm not going to lie to you guys, it was really hard for me to go ahead and stop that footage. I wanted to just keep playing it and listening to it myself, but I can't because, it's way too long. I don't want to take up that much out of this video, showcasing all of that. Again, you guys can see it down in the description of this video, but seriously, guys, talking about absolute pure, utter talent. Every single time I tell people to check out Arc Raiders, I literally tell them to go look up footage of a no commentary, video clip, where it's nobody talking, nobody, chatting, just strictly the game itself, and listen. Just listen to it. That's all you have to do, and you'll be instantly sold on how good this truly is. I actually saw a tweet by David, who is actually a ex-DICE dev. He worked on like Bad Company 1, 2, Battlefield 3, a lot of the GOATs. And he's worked with a lot of the audio team here at Embark, because you have to keep in mind, Embark are ex-DICE devs. That's literally, who makes up a good portion of Embark Studios. So he worked with a decent portion of these people back in the day for the OG Battlefields. And even he has to say, worked with a lot of their audio people, and now game director, ex-audio director, at DICE on Battlefield Bad Company 1, 2, Battlefield 3, etc. They were the best audio team I ever worked with, or expect to work with, and not by a little, as good as it gets. And as I just literally showed you guys, yes, it is as good as it gets. Truly, I know I stated it 1,000 times over, but I have to say it again. I think Arc Raiders is just going to be one of those, I don't even want to say a hidden gem, because I feel like it will get recognized. But the fact that I feel like so few people are talking about it, not many people even know about it right now. If I even go around and talk to people that I know IRL, still people don't know about Arc Raiders. Yet it's still topping the wish list chart on, Steam. And people still have that hidden hype deep down after they play the first test. So I'm expecting by the time September rolls around and we start getting a lot more advertisements, and as we move into October and people can actually get hands on, this game is going to absolutely explode, at least in my personal opinion. I think the extraction genre is ready to pop. It hasn't had the chance to pop, and this game will literally be the one that goes ahead and does it. But, ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post here daily at 8 morning Eastern Time. And also, I double upload at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Everything between Battlefield, Call of Duty, Splitgate 2, Arc Raiders, Gears of War, pretty much any shooter that sparks my interest, I'll go ahead and discuss on this channel. News-related, content-related, so subscribe, hit that bell so you can stay notified on everything that goes live. And last but not least, if you guys want to check out any of my live streams, I stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, if you guys are interested, I'll link that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.